civilization in the human story, but what sort of civilization do you think it was? Well, one of the things I think is it was a civilization that used psychedelics. I think it was a civilization that emerged from shamanism, but did not stay at that hunter-gatherer stage, but that took the essence of shamanism and integrated it into a very different kind of civilization from our own.
I've been listening a lot to a gentleman named Graham Hancock, who's an archaeologist that has been studying the idea of ancient humans, has sort of a theory about this ancient civilization that lived prior to the Ice Age, which there seems to be a tremendous amount of evidence to support, at least on his behalf and from his perspective. I'm really fascinated by that concept because back when I did the American Stonehenge video, the gentleman who I spoke to, I remember being very passionate and extremely knowledgeable about what he was talking about, making great points and counterpoints to people who tried to dismiss the Stonehenge, type architecture that's found in New Hampshire on Mystery Hill. And now I'm hearing this podcast almost a year and a half later. A gentleman who is very credible is saying the exact same theory that aligns with what this guy at Mystery Hill was saying perfectly. There's a whole story here that's brewing that I would love to expand on, because if you look at the Wikipedia page for America's Stonehenge, it absolutely slams and discredits the idea that this was created by some ancient Masonic people. However, what I'm seeing is a fringe, at the very least, a fringe part of archaeology that's now understanding that there was a giant previous civilization of human beings that lived much, much further ago, like 120,000 years ago, that traveled across the oceans and explored the world and had a science and used mind-altering psychedelic drugs as almost a religion. From my minuscule perspective, it's just speculation. But I'm hearing the words of somebody who understands it much more than me, and what they're saying, at the very least, is very inspiring to my imagination.